The seeker guy, the seeker identity is the most serious, painful friend to have. It's always. And then when it says, oh, I'm on the spiritual path, I must always be happy. Then inwardly it's still, but outwardly it's saying. And what is the main story behind this seeker guy? That I know something, or I still don't know something. There's some ultimate secret which I will discover one day. Very popular in India, especially. Because it's so popular to hear these stories that the master, he just, we sing bhajans together for 10 years, we just do a lot of service, we feed people like that. Then he takes you into one cave, and from that cave, inside that cave, there's a secret vault or something. And out comes this book which has the secret of the universe. Uh, so after 10 years like that, then the secret of the universe is revealed. And it's very popular for us in India to, especially to have these kind of concepts. There's something they are not telling me yet. But when you come to satsang like this, we start by saying you are free, you are God, you are that awareness from which even consciousness is born. There are no secrets here. And yet, you want to mentally own this idea. You want to mentally own the idea of freedom or mentally own the idea of God. Instead of checking for what is true, we want to know it just conceptually. And after knowing it conceptually, we want to feel that way as a sort of confirmation. You must look at this together because this happens a lot of times where we feel like I know something, I found my freedom, I discovered I am God, and then I want to feel like that. I want to feel that way, and I still don't feel that way. That means that I haven't really got it. Neither of those two things are needed. To either think that way or to feel that way is not what we are talking about. God does not feel a certain way. All feelings are His or hers. So is it that only joy, bliss, happiness, these belong to God? And anger, lust, frustration, irritation, guilt, pride, all these belong to someone else? Who else could it be? And in the same breath, then we say, but it's only God. God is everything. That's why I've been saying over and over that it's not about what we think or what we feel also. It is about what we are recognizing ourselves to be right now. There is openness to check this. It could be your first satsang, and you can come to this recognition. And usually I find that it is not recognition of this which is so much trouble. It is the after effects, side effects of this recognition, uh, which then the ego itself uses to try to sustain itself. So this recognition Just simply, here, I am here. I am aware that I am. If we don't let our mind into this, it's so clear what we're saying. I am aware that I am. But what is the side effect of this? The mind comes and says, but so what? What happened to you? What changed? Nothing. We have been saying that you have always been this. And yet we buy this idea from the mind that what happened? What changed? Nothing. You have always been this. Or the mind comes and says, okay, you got it now. It's so clear. So that later it can say, no, no, you're losing it now. You see, you got angry or you don't feel so clear now, so you must be losing it. Still selling you a story. So it is these stories that we buy, either many times we have this experience, this recognition which is always right now, and the mind offers up a visual of this experience and says, this is it. And we burn that into our memory and we rely on that from memory to say, yes, this is what I am. We get stuck in these kind of mental states, mental visualizations of what our ideas of awareness or beingness are. So, to avoid any of this, we must be fresh. No sage has ever said that he is beyond conditioning. You see? No master has ever said that I know in the future I will never buy an idea. At best, they have only said that, okay, from in this case, what I have said is that since I met my master, I've said that I have lost the ability to suffer moments for some time. But when I look back at the last 7 years, I can say that a thought has not got me for more than a few moments. But I cannot say that tomorrow no thought will get me. We don't know these things. We must always be open and fresh to these things. You see where I'm going? Just this anything which tells you that you are like this is happening to you, that you must not be this way, this feeling must not come, that you will always now be free. No grief can ever come to you. You will always only have joy and bliss. All of these are just traps. Any idea we have about ourselves, especially these spiritual ones, are ultimately also just ideas from the mind. And the reality that is not reliant on any of this. And in this openness, in this freshness, and in this integrity, there can be no resistance. Or even if resistance comes, it cannot really last. And we see that there is nothing missing in the right now. And when we compare the words of Satsang with what our direct experience is right now, this is very, very important. We must compare the words of Satsang with the direct experience of what is right now, and not with a story of what I feel it should be or I think it should be. Then you will find actually that which I am speaking is completely true for you. And you should know by any story that we pick up about ourselves is only a doorway to suffering. But the good news is that you cannot really suffer without buying a story. You can experience pain without a story, but there is no sufferer in this pain. The sufferer is just a figment of our imagination, of our thoughts. There is no sufferer, there is no doer, there is no thinker, except as an idea. See? And many times we just presume that the words of satsang are meant for this entity, but actually they are not. There is no entity. The same mind which is selling you the stories of suffering is selling you the stories of freedom from suffering. You see, the same one said that my life is terrible because of this, this, and this, is also saying that your life can be better if you listen to satsang and things like this. But if you really listen to satsang and if you really look at where I'm pointing to, you will find that I'm not pointing to an individual entity at all. I'm speaking to you as consciousness, which is currently playing the role of a person. And all that I'm really saying is that why haven't you had enough? About this in the last 3 years of almost everyday satsang, we have answered, I feel. How do I drop the person? How do I not believe my thoughts? What are the powers of attention and belief? What is the root of identity? What is doership? What is truth? What is devotion? What is surrender? And Bhagwan answered these questions in the 1930s. Same questions. Yeah, when we read Talks with Ramana, Parvati also sometimes reads, and I enjoy listening to it very much. And I have to be honest, not so much for the answer actually, because I enjoy hearing the questions and enjoy hearing that the questions were just the same. Almost 100 years ago, you see, we're still talking about the same thing. So there is something which is so deeply invested in making the idea of the person work that we are not willing to open up to the simplicity of what is being shared. And that ultimately is also a play of the same consciousness. So you must not take on any sense of personal guilt about it. Oh, I am not doing a good enough job of dropping the person. This is very popular in seeker identity. I am unworthy, or I am not doing a good enough job of dropping my person. Who is this one? Just same person voice. You see? And actually, if the ego is keeping score of identification, then with every time we buy these nonsense thoughts about unworthiness, not getting it, not dropping the person enough, not surrendered enough, not understanding enough, it's notching up 10 more points in the scoreboard for the ego. And right now, the mind might be shouting and saying, but then what do I do? He's not telling me what to do. Just to look, who is this voice and who is it talking to? And how to look, it's not some mystical, esoteric process. See? It's very, very simple. It's definitely not mystical. How to look? How do I inquire? Just by looking simply. Who am I? Am I that which is appearing? Or am I that to which that which is appearing to? Am I that which is appearing? Or am I that to which that which is appearing to? And because it's a long sentence, let me see if I can say it again one more time. Am I that which is appearing, or am I that which is appearing to? And just after I said it's very simple. Okay, am I that which is seen, or am I the seeing of it? How is that? Am I that which is seen, or that which is the seeing of it? Which one am I? Which one am I? Which one are you? Are you that which is seen? Then who's seeing it? Are you not seeing it? And don't go too far yet. I know the mind wants to jump and say, I'm both, I'm both. I know. Just hold on. Yeah. You see? So stay with this. Can I be that which is seen? Then who is it being seen by? What is more intimate to me? The seeing or that which is seen? And even if the mind is saying, yes, yes, I know this, just check again. It doesn't hurt. So, what is everything that is seen? What is seen? The outer world is seen. Am I that in the outer world? Or is the seeing of it more intimate to me? Am I this which is also appearing in the outer world, this body, which the mind very fantastically actually makes a distinction and says outer world, no, no, not you. But the body is not outer world, isn't it? It is part of the same world, no? Same realm which is appearing. This body is a part of that. Who sees this one? Then what else is seen? Thoughts. Am I seeing them or they are seeing me? And thoughts are coming and going. Am I going along with them or I'm still here? Therefore, I cannot be these. Also seen. Same for memory, imagination, then emotion also. We say, this morning I was feeling very frustrated. Therefore, what we are saying is, before this morning, this frustration was not there. I was there. I was still there. This feeling or not, I was there. And this feeling is perceived, it's seen. And we also say, I woke up at 6:30 this morning. I went to sleep at 11 p.m. So something is already very clear about these truths. That this presence also dissolves when sleep comes and this presence comes back up. Don't give it to the mind. You sleep and you wake up. A child knows this. So that which sleeps and that which wakes up is your own presence, consciousness. And yet you are still there. To say, I went to sleep, and you say, but I don't know, I didn't have an experience of sleep because there was nothing there. How can you say I experienced sleep? There was nothing there. You are saying there was nothing there, no? Nothingness. You see? So it is not second-hand experience. Nobody told you that when you went to sleep there was nothing. You say yourself. Then you say, I woke up, which means the I am woke up. So this one that saw all of this outer and seeming inner, don't you know it is you? You know it is you actually. Who else could it be if not you? You already know it is you. Now what is the only trouble left? Oh, but my mind is saying. Is there another you here which the mind is representing? and then some of them are still grayed out, no? You know, no? Or maybe the light is dark. Okay. Is there another one of you which the mind is representing? Another one which is not getting enough attention and therefore needs this voice to come and, you know, give its opinions about things. Who is this one? Do you have a sidekick that you never knew about? Is the mind comes and complains about? Who is it representing? And if it is representing you, so you must already know what it is saying. If it is your voice, then why do you need to say it? You must already know it. If you have a pain in the stomach, the pain is already experienced. You know of the pain. Why do you need a voice to say, I have a pain in the stomach? It is already known. If you're feeling hot or cold, it is already experienced. But you will find that this mind is most often not talking about experience, but some ideas, future. You see? As simple as that. And this mind tells you that right now you are not God, you are something else. You are some person which none of us can ever find. So actually, it is not that is I can be a person. It is just the most crazy idea ever. Because nobody has ever found this one. You know? So almost 7 billion seemingly appear on this planet. If you were to talk to all of them and ask, nobody can show this person. And yet everybody is pretending to be one. This is Maya. We must have gone to some very good acting schools. We took on the role so well. Now drop the act. Yeah, like that. Drop the act.